I don't think I'm gonna succeed too well this morning, honestly. This, that was 23 hours ago. Look at this. Wait, there you go. There it goes. Hold on. Is it? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I honestly can't see crap. Anyways, these are news stories of today that I sort of kind of found sort of kind of interesting. So I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. I don't know. Anyways, the first story of the day: could Earth have sent life to Jupiter's moon, Europa? You know what? I can already tell they gonna blame humans somehow, some way for this. I already know they are. Man, that's annoying as heck. Oh god. Oh. Let's see. Oh crap. Yeah, I'm obviously not put together worth crap this morning. At all. But let's see here. Oh, there we go. I fixed it. Maybe. Let's see. Could Earth have seeded Jupiter's moon Europa with bacterial life where it could have taken hold in Europa's oceans, perhaps evolved into something more? That's the hypothesis from the new paper of the International Journey of Astrobiology, the Free University of Tbilisi, Georgia. Is that like the state of the United States, or is that like the country of Georgia? Because I think we need to discover life on Europa before we can hypothesize how the heck it got there, personally. I don't know, though. Yeah, it's got to be the country of Georgia, you know, in wherever the heck that place is called. It's not, whatever you call it. I don't know. But this definitely ain't a United States Georgian name. At least, I don't think it is. Things change, you know. Anyways, calculating that living bacteria were ejected from Earth's gravitational well, blah, blah, traveled to Jupiter's icy moon, Europa. Well, if it traveled to Europa, that's a heck of a shot, honestly. That means we would have seeded life, let's just say, in Venus, Mars, everything in between Europa and everything else. So, yeah. That would be a lot of stuff going everywhere. Next in Europa's icy beneath the sea, scientists could have believed harbor life, blah, 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 blah. Basically, this is a whole lot of just speculation and no substance, in my opinion. But I don't know. But I know if we do discover life somewhere, it's going to be like, ah, heck, humans are to blame somehow, some way. Because, you know, that's just how people are, I guess. Anyways, let's just go on to the next story. Yeah. Okay, it seems like there's going to be some event going on today. Watch the moon cover Venus in a rare daytime sky event this week. And this was written yesterday. And yep, it is the 17th right now. If you are like us and been following the close conjunction between Jupiter and Venus in the June dusk sky, this week the moon enters an evening scene, blah, blah. Colts. Okay. Hey, supposedly the planet Venus that promises to be one of blah blah blah. So it's going to be a daytime sky event. Yay. You're probably going to have like a telescope or something like that to see it, probably. You're not just going to be able to see with your naked eye, probably. Hey. The sun, Venus never stays further than 40 degrees, blah, blah. The greatest eastern dust sky. So it normally happens on August 15th, I guess. This moon occultation seems Venus 30, blah, blah, blah. Just under 2 months from the greatest eastern dusk elongation of August 15th. So I'm guessing August 15th, there's going to be another event sort of kind of close to this. It says this event occurs on the afternoon, Wednesday, July 17th. Centered on 1640 Eastern Daylight Time or 2040 UTC or Union Transatlantic something time. I don't know. I don't live there, so I don't know it off the top of my head. Anyways, that's whenever it's happening today. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, you got very short notice if you didn't know about it. Anyways, I guess just look up every now and then. Figured it was kind of sort of, you know, that way. Yeah. Here's another news story kind of like that. Hundreds of earthquakes discovered beneath Antarctica, and they happen to be in a very odd location. Antarctica. Isn't that where the hidden city is beneath the Earth's crust, if you believe in that sort of thing? I don't know. Of course, it's artificial intelligence has made this like monumental discovery beneath the ice of Antarctica. All these hundreds of previously unknown earthquakes. They need to have somebody double checking it, because who knows if it's correct or not, to be honest with you. I've seen them mess up plenty of times. Including some in unexpected places in the middle of the whatever plate boundaries. The findings published on May 28th in the Journal of Science revealed that Antarctica is more active than previously thought. New technologies can help uncover hidden earthquakes in surprising locations. Blah, 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 blah. Really? Does it affect anybody? Who knows? Does it further our understanding of how the Earth's plates move together? Probably. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know that sort of thing. But I guess Antarctica is more seismically active than most people realized before. But that doesn't really surprise me, since I don't think nobody lives there anyways. And, you know, when nobody lives somewhere, people don't really care about it. I don't know. It's something new anyways. It's something new. All right. We had earthquakes in Antarctica that might lead to a city underground, if you believe in that sort of thing, because I know the opening to like the center of the Earth is supposed to be in Antarctica or somewhere like that. At least that's what I've heard. And all of a sudden we have fireballs light up the night sky over 15 U.S. states. Okay. There's something going on here. I don't know what, but something's going on here. Might just be nothing. It might be something though. Anyways, the bright fireball illuminated the night sky over several states, including Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, South Carolina, and Texas. That is a pretty big spot there. I see South Carolina there only got one little peg, so probably that's Texas. It's only got one little peg too. So most of it was centered here, you know, in those places. So yeah. Anyways, the American Meteor Society said the fireball was spotted just over 10:30 p.m. CDT on Sunday, where reports are claiming it from at least 15 states, including Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Iowa, Indiana, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, Minnesota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. Yeah, I can pronounce American stuff just fine. Anyways, with all this fireball activity, was there a meteor that fell? Is there anything to show for, hey, there was a fireball in the sky? And if there ain't, that's kind of a big area there for it to just like go missing out of the blue. Anyways, some witnesses said the object appeared to break apart before disappearing from view. Experts said the object is believed to have been a meteor rather than a man-made space debris. The fireball's path is being analyzed to determine whether any fragments may have survived entry and made contact with the ground. Well, for so many people to have seen it, it would be very surprising for me that something didn't survive entry into the ground. People need to keep an eye out. At least this happened a little bit of time ago, because this was on the 15th, or written on the 15th. I believe this happened, when did this happen? Spotted. So this happened Sunday, and it's I think Wednesday right now. So probably need to comb through all the records to see if any government activity was around these places, because I ain't heard nothing about no new meteor landing. And if I ain't heard nothing about no meteor landing, then you know what? I'm not saying it is aliens, but it could be aliens. At the very least, it's an alien object from this planet. Nobody can deny that. Anyways, on to the next story. Vietnam. Come on, man. Vietnam! Come on. Oh, what the heck? Police rescue hundreds of cats from being eaten in Vietnam with a bust of a major animal theft ring. This is just plain sad, man. There are friends, not food, but like, I gotta understand that different cultures do things differently, I guess. But like, at the same time, police in Vietnam seized more than 400 cats in a major bust of a cat meat crime ring in Hun Cho, Myth City. I definitely pronounced that wrong. I know I did. According to animal welfare groups and local media reports. Well, I gotta be honest with you. Is it illegal in Vietnam to do this? I guess it would have to be to arrest people and everything. This operation is a sobering reminder of the enormous scale of Vietnam's cat trade. Who leads a campaign against dog cat meat consumption in the international nonprofit Humane World for Animals, said in a statement. Well, I wonder what's going to happen to these animals, to be completely honest with you, because they just going to be put back right into circulation and picked up again if you don't do something, you know, to keep them safe. I don't know, though. I do not know. Officers discovered 45 cages containing around 400 living cats. That's kind of cramped conditions right there. 4 ice-filled foam containers, including approximately 80 of them, with 20 live cats recovered in a separate location, according to the Mong Cho Ming City Criminal Police Division, with a total of more than 500 cats seized in total. Local media has reported this is one of Vietnam's largest cat welfare cases in recent years. Yep. Hey, look, that one's got a little mustache. He's got a little mustache. Look at that, man. Hey. You don't even, you know. The suspects admitted to trapping and collecting the cats across South Vietnam. Over the past 3 years, Hung Mo City has I don't want to like mispronounce this like really bad, but oh crap, I can pull that. Oh wait, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. I can't really go anywhere further than that, I guess. So yeah. It was something. Yeah. Anyways, on to the next story. Oh. This one kind of makes me sad, honestly. I figured I would just say it for like 3 or 4 minutes. British presenter Jeremy Clarkson reveals he has cancer on TV show. I mean, of course, he would like say it on a TV show and everything, you know, being a public figure and all that, but like, you know, I don't know how big of a thing it is, you know, but like, it sucks because I remember watching him growing up, and he's the only British person I actually like. Honestly. And like, I ain't never met the man. He might be the biggest butthole in the world, but like, it sucks. He's old though, so I guess that's a thing, but I don't know. I always loved watching Top Gear, and I even watched the Clarkston Farm and everything, and it kind of makes me feel good that he's trying to bring more awareness to British farming and everything. I didn't even know the British farmed until Clarkston started up his farm, and now I know the British actually do farm. I thought all they did was do sheep, you know? I thought they were just a bunch of sheep people. Supposedly that's just Wales though, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Best known for hosting Top Gear morning show. What? Oh, so I guess Top Gear was a morning show in the UK. I only ever watched reruns, to be honest with you. I really did like the Grand Tour on Amazon too. I always liked seeing Clarkston, May, and all them, but I get the feeling like they probably not good friends IRL, to be completely honest with you. And most of the stuff was staged, but you know how that is. It's TV, you know? He's 66. One of the British most high-profile TV figures made the disclosure during filming for his Amazon documentary show, Clarkston Farm. 4 episodes which were broadcast on Wednesday. So, I'm guessing this is last Wednesday, not this Wednesday and everything. But, yeah. Anyways, he's 66. You know, I wish he makes it to at least 100 because, honestly, I like the old chap, you know. And I guess I ain't gonna spend too much more time on it. But, yeah, it just kind of made me sad when I saw it, honestly. Especially since, it's somebody that, you know, I've seen for a long time, just off and on, you know. Anyways, on to the next story. Snap unveils a $21.95 AR glasses as CEO Evan, I don't even know, Spiegel? I don't even know. I don't even care, to be honest with you. Bets on post-smartphone future. To be honest with you, I don't think it's a good thing to be betting on a post-smartphone future. And AR stands for augmented reality glasses. Now, I remember hearing like at least 6 years ago how augmented reality was going to be like the future, and everybody was like investing like huge amounts of cash in it and everything. And now I never hear about augmented reality anymore. I hear about VR from time to time, but even VR has died down like a bunch from where it was and everything. So if VR can't really compete with regular video games and stuff, how the heck is augmented reality supposed to, in my opinion? But I don't know. The biggest news from this story, though, is knowing that Snap still is a thing. I haven't heard anything about, I'm guessing Snapchat is like, that Snap is like the parent company of like Snapchat. I don't know. Like, I forgot they even existed until I saw this. But yeah, I guess they still kicking, and let's be honest with ourselves. I know when the Google Glasses first like premiered, everybody like wanted to snatch them off their head and everything because they didn't want to be recorded on the streets. And I know with the whole rash of people getting what's the word? Blackmailed is one way to say it, or extorted by being recorded and having like weird conversations with people. These are obviously either going to record whatever's around you or augment it, or they just stand out like a sore thumb is all I'm saying. So, yeah, they literally look like a brick on his head in my opinion, but okay, I guess. Is betting consumers are tired of looking at a smartphone screens as they are willing to pay over $1,000 for his augmented reality glasses that bring digital visuals into users' field of vision. I don't know, to be honest with you. I think there's this sort of false reality that most people think that if they put their phone in their pocket, it just like magically isn't able to like record and listen to everything around them, which we all know isn't true. You know, like your phone's like sensors and stuff are so like sensitive, like they can literally determine your pulse if it's like in your leg pocket and everything. Not only that, it can obviously listen to everything around you, and it knows exactly what the heck is going on around you. But I believe this false reality exists for a lot of people, and that's the reason why they'll always probably prefer a smartphone over something you wear on your head. Not only that, I know a lot of old people out there that are really scared about putting their phone really close to their head because they like scared of like strange waves happening. So with those two groups in mind, it makes me think that like at least 24% of the market is just off limits to augmented reality glasses. But that's just me talking to myself, I reckon. I don't know. On Tuesday, Snap's co-founder, so he's a co-founder, I guess, I don't know, geared towards the broader public instead of the developer, blah, blah. 200 refundable deposits. So really and truly, like, even if they do say that, oh, we sold like 10,000 pairs of these things, you only have to put like, you know, a refundable $200 deposit down. So yeah, I don't know, man. No, it's supposedly 15 times the price of Snap's $130 camera spectacles that they debuted in 2026 or 2016. No, I can't even think straight right this second. It never became a hit. Wait, were those yellow glasses in the vending machine everybody went crazy for like a month, and then like they basically threw them away? Is that what I'm thinking of right now? Because that's what I'm thinking, that this is what it's talking about. The spectacles that debuted, like the ones that was in the vending machine, the yellow vending machine. I'm pretty sure I was surprised back then that Snapchat still exists. I don't know though. Really? I don't know. Anyways, maybe these things catch on, maybe they don't. They very obvious something on your head that you don't need, so I don't know. Maybe people gonna love it. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, on to the next thing. Oh, let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. There we go. Now, I believe I mentioned this a little while back. Apple to launch AI-juiced AirPods with sunglasses going head-to-head with Meta. So, Apple's, dadgummit, I can't talk straight right this second. Apple's going to release some sort of sunglasses, and they're saying they're going head-to-head with Meta. Now, in the last story, Snapchat just released their augmented reality glasses, and they can't get no recognition from Apple, I guess. Apple don't like, oh yeah, yeah, whatever. I guess. Apple is prepared for a huge wave of new product releases, including the camera and AI-equipped AirPods, which I'm very opposed to. Why the heck do we need a camera in an AirPod? Why the heck do we need AI in an AirPod? AirPods are so daggum small that how can you cram a camera in? You gonna pay like at least $50 more for a camera and AI in an AirPods that you don't even need. Plus, you're probably not even gonna want to use. That's just my personal opinion, though. Apple's new AirPods mark the next step in development of what it calls visual intelligence technology. Well, Apple can keep its visual intelligence off of my technology in my house, is all I'm saying. That can analyze images and provide instant context according to Bloomberg News. I don't want it to analyze images around me because I don't want Apple knowing the context of what situation I'm in sometimes. That's just a personal thing of mine personally. The AI-juiced earbuds will closely resemble current AirPods Pro models now that the tiny camera's embedded in the stems. Great. It's literally going to see exactly what I see. You know what? I knew as soon as they came out with these AirPods, and in every commercial it had them angled a certain way, and I was like, they're angling the stems directly in front of the face so that it's looking exactly where you are. I'm like, you called me crazy, and I kind of am, but I remember talking to somebody being like, I've never seen anybody like angle the stems that way. Normally it's like down, but they're like training people to do it that way. I'm like, they gonna put cameras in there. And I'm right. I was right. They gonna put cameras in there. They put cameras in there. They putting cameras and AI in the stems of your AirPods now. And they trying to sell it as a good thing. Now, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but personally, I don't want it. I don't want Apple knowing the context of my situations all the daggum time. Anyways, rather than capturing photos or videos, the device computer has a visual camera which will serve as sensor supplying Siri with visual context. This is just like Speak saying, oh, we not looking at you, but we looking at you. Like how is it not going to have a visual cameras which serve as sensors, supplying visual context? I guess all it's going to see is shapes, but I know that everybody who saw that TSA story about how, oh, you're getting a full body scan, and then the full body scan was way more detailed than it should have been, knows that you don't have to have a camera to have a camera, especially with technology getting the way it is nowadays. Now, I'm just saying that maybe, just maybe, I don't want to have a sensor in my earbuds. I already got one on my phone. I technically got 3 of them on my phone. Now, I don't want them in my earbud. This is the reason why I never buy Apple earbuds. Something about it just feels weird. And now I feel even more weird knowing they're putting cameras in there. It's to help improve navigation during turn-by-turn walking directions. Turn-by-turn walking directions? When the heck do I need... Why? You know what? This is the problem with people nowadays. Get the earbuds out your ears when you're walking down the street. You need to keep your head on a swivel, especially when you're in the wrong part of town. Huh? You don't need to have your earbuds listening to music, having your own personal theme song going while you're getting mugged. I'm just saying. I don't want to listen to like, it'll get better when I'm getting mugged, man. I don't know. Well, hey, look on the bright side, I guess. If you got these cameras in your earbuds, the mugger's face probably is going to be saved to the cloud. I don't know if you going to make it, but their face pattern recognition crap probably is going to be able to find them. Anyways, I guess that's good out of this whole thing. Also, it says the giant tech also planned to launch its first smart glasses as soon as late 2027. So Snapchat like pushed out their brick glasses so that they could beat Apple's glasses because they probably didn't want to compete with Apple. Probably. I don't know. I have no idea what goes on in the inner machinations of these people's minds. The code name N50, the shades will complete the product from Mark Zuckerberg's led Meta and will feature more advanced cameras capable of capturing photos and videos. Yeah, of course, they gonna want something on your face that can capture photos and videos. Does anybody actually wear this crap? I don't know one person that would want their entire life photoed and videoed. You know what? I know who's gonna buy these glasses. It's gonna be moms. It's gonna be women. You know why? Because they gonna be too lazy to carry around a camera, and they gonna like have some smart glasses that like capture the whole vacation in high definition detail, and then they gonna be sitting at their computer, you know, 3 to 6 months after the vacation, be like, oh, I like that picture, I like that video, I like that picture, and they gonna be posting the whole thing to Facebook too. That's exactly what's going to happen. Like women are going to be wearing smart glasses, or the men's going to be wearing smart glasses because the wife told them to. And then the whole vacation is going to be uploaded to Facebook, X, or whatever the heck other social media they use. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to have to look at their vacation photos. And I don't want to look at their vacation photos. This is the problem with society. Too many vacation photos. Just go on one vacation a year. And the people who do go on one vacation a year, there's all these photos. I don't know. Like, that's my whole thing is vacation crap. That's why I turned it all off. Anyways. I don't know. You know what? I lost my whole, like, thing about this. I don't even want to see this anymore. I'm not going to see this anymore. On to the next story. Now, this has been happening for a long time, so it's not like it's new. Electronic Arts, or EA as it's known by most people, launches advertisement, a new way for brands to advertise directly into the gameplay. Now, there was this show on YouTube made by Something Witty Entertainment called Sword Art Online, abridged and everything. And they even say to, you know, support the official release. So, you know, support the official release. And in the first episode, it basically has the main character load in. It's advertisements everywhere. Advertisements everywhere. Now, I remember I played Need for Speed Most Wanted the other day. And this was the old PlayStation 2 version and everything. And there was AutoZone advertisements literally everywhere. Like everywhere in the game. And there was other like sneaky advertisements. So advertisements in video games is nothing new. It's been going on for a very, very long time, to be completely honest with you. I'm actually surprised that they had put stickers in there everywhere. But Electronic Arts' new thing here is that they want to basically like be able to like change your games with updates so that they can change the advertisements over time. Now, if you just sneakily put the advertisements in on like billboards in the game and like stuff like that, I really don't have a problem with it. But if you're going to take up my gameplay, I'm literally just going to go retro, I think, off like line retro, because I don't want to like go on there and then have like a whole border around my game about how like different advertisements in my area and everything. Especially since like if you watch the YouTube advertisements and everything else, like it's really like AI scummy advertisements and different stuff like that, you know? So I don't know. Anyways, yeah. In these interactive gameplay environments, brands become part of the game itself, which I really don't have, you know, too much of a thought against that, honestly, if they want to become part of the game, you know, like, oh, you're drinking a Coke while, I don't know, doing something else or whatever. In the game, which there's like 5 different, like if it's like a subtle thing, I don't really have a problem with it, because I'm so like advertisement blind these days. Like honestly, like the last 5 ads, I couldn't tell you what they were advertising. Can I honestly say that too? These ads that are on like YouTube and the different places like that, I have no idea what they're advertising. I've literally seen ads like 50 times. I still have no idea what they're advertising. Like, they have the advertisement for the brand and like, it's at the very end, but I always press skip ad before it gets that far. And I'm like, I remember I actually watched the ad all the way through one time. It was like almost 3 minutes long and I still have no idea what they were advertising. Can we just, like, something needs to be done to like reform advertisers? Because like, I have no idea what they're advertising anymore. Honestly, I have no idea. Do you have any idea? I have no idea. I don't know. EA has reached over 120 million players each month, and the 2026 play of the equivalent blah blah NFL season. NFL season? What the heck? Oh, Madden NFL. That's what they're talking about. So wait, are they only going to do like advertisement in Madden or something? To be honest with you, I've never even played Madden. Like, go outside and play football. Like, why the heck are you going to play it in a video game? Same thing with basketball and baseball. Like, go outside, dadgummit. You're going to play a sport on a screen? You know, if I'm going to play a video game, I'm going to play as like James Bond or Agent like 47 or like Expedition 33 or something. You know, I ain't going to like play a daggum like sports game on the PlayStation or the Xbox or the computer or whatever. There ain't no daggum point. You might as well just go outside and move your legs a little bit, you know? People be like, oh yeah, I beat the Eagles or whatever the heck, like game, you know what, and I'm looking at your leg like, yeah, your legs are jello. You need to go outside and move a little bit. Just get it, move it. You know what I mean? Just move it. Anyways, EA is hoping to create meaningful opportunities for brand to connect with its audience through authentic interactive experiences. I'll be honest with you, and I'm speaking directly to advertisers here. If I'm trying to like physically do something and you're in my way from doing something I want to do. Like, let's just say I'm at a workbench and I'm trying to like assemble something, and then an ad pops up and I have to swap it away. I automatically have negative feelings towards that product or service because it's physically getting in my way from doing what I want to do. So I'm telling EA right now, and any advertiser that uses EA, you have to make it subtle. You also have to like not get in the way of gameplay, because you're going to foster negative emotions towards your products if you do actually hinder gameplay for an ad. You know what I mean? It's just like YouTube. If I want to watch a video, if there's an ad at the beginning of a YouTube video, I don't really care. I skip it. I watch it if I want to support the creator. But if there's an ad in the middle, I automatically feel angry for like a split second because it got physically in the way from me viewing something I wanted to see. You know what I mean? So honestly, I would say to advertisers, look, you need to be subtle with how you advertise. That's why billboards work and other stuff doesn't, because you choose to look at the billboard. You know, it's pretty, it's artsy, you know, you're like, oh, cool. This product advertised on this billboard. You know, if you're going down the interstate, they're kind of cool to look at. But if I physically have to like skip it, I'm like, oh, you know? And it really does. It fosters negative emotions towards your products, in my personal opinion. Anyways, I kind of got off track, and I don't know. I'm not even, whatever, you know. It's basically talking about EA Sports and stuff. Like, I don't even like play EA Sports anything. I don't even play sports games, to be honest with you. I only know EA from like The Sims, and I think The Sims is free nowadays. I remember having to buy The Sims. You know, actually in the other room, I have The Sims Pets and The Sims 2, and I have the original Sims on like PlayStation 2, I think, Greatest Hits Edition, in the other room. I honestly, now that I think about it, I'm kind of a little bit sad because I ain't bought a new Sims game or anything like that in like probably like at least 8 to probably 10 years. Dadgum, I kind of feel sad. I might actually look into The Sims to see like how the whole brand is going. I don't even know nothing about it, to be honest with you. I don't know. I kind of sort of got off track with this whole topic and everything, so I'm just going to go on to the next story, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, this is the last story of the day, and this kind of, you know, sort of, I don't know how long I'm going to spend on it, but anyways, this is something that I think is kind of typically important and everything. And that is how long do owners say their PlayStation consoles typically last for? Well, to be honest with you, I don't have a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5. I really just don't. I never saw the need to buy one, to be completely honest with you. I moved to computers because you can just do more stuff on computers after PlayStation 3. But I own, I think, 3 PlayStation 3s, 2 PlayStation 2s, one working, one not working. And I own 3 PlayStation 1s, one working, one should be working, but I have to fiddle with it. And another one that just ain't working. Now, my PlayStation 1 that works like a top, runs great. You know, I got 2 basically parts ones, but like I think I can get that other one working if I like fiddle around with it a little bit and everything. As long as you take care of the PlayStation 1 to the PlayStation 3, they gonna function like as they should for a long time, in my opinion. I love my PlayStation 3, to be completely honest with you. I have played the hell out of it. Like, it has been fun. Now, these new PlayStations, I have no idea if they gonna last half as long as the PlayStation 3 backwards, because they kind of getting more and more technologically, you know, in there basically. But you know, I don't know. A PlayStation 5 console is quite expensive, starting at $569 on Amazon. What? Who buys their PlayStation from Amazon? I buy mine physically in person at like a store. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm gonna drop that much money on a PlayStation and it's like at my local store, I'm not gonna wait for it to get delivered. You know, I don't mind the sunlight. You know, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna grab the sucker. You know? Hey, the PS5 digital edition, Blah, 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 blah. That's what I say with the digital edition. I don't even know anything about the PlayStation 5 digital edition. Anyways, so is it reasonable to ask for how long you should expect it to last before it decides that it has served its duty and gives up on you? Well, to be honest with you, if most of your games are online, basically, probably relatively quickly once they end support for them, because don't you have to be connected to the internet for the games to work or something? And if they end support for the PlayStation and you have it connected to the internet, that could like end up to a sticky situation for your other things on your Wi-Fi or whatever. Then again, I have no idea. The PS5 is just over 5 years old, which is too early to tell because its generation is still ongoing. Yeah, well, the PlayStation 3 fats, they were pretty gone by the end of the PlayStation 3. So the fact that a bunch of PlayStation 5s are still holding the line 5 years later, while the thing is still ongoing, is honestly pretty good in my opinion, personally. But then again, I think the Sony's basically said that PlayStation 5s are here to stay for at least the next couple of years, because stuff is just getting up there as far as price, you know what I mean? I don't know. When a Redditor asked how long the PlayStation 4 and others last before they died in July 2025, many said theirs was still going. One user said the console was still going 14 years after purchase, which is pretty daggone good. You know, especially if you've played 400 games like this person says they have. And another one said they have over 5,000 hours on a PS4 Slim. Congratulations. You played the heck out of that console. Congratulations. Game on. It's still cooking, they said. Others even claim that their PlayStation 3s are still functional almost 2 decades after its release. To be honest with you, I have a PlayStation 3 within like arm's reach of me right now. I could turn it on. It still runs perfectly fine. And everything, huh? You know, I love my old PlayStation 3. It's good. It's got a Blu-ray player in it. I use it for about everything, to be honest with you. So, to be honest with you, this whole thing's probably going to detail a bunch of crap. I'm just going to say this. If you take care of things, they last. If you don't take care of things, they don't last. So just do the basics, you know. So just do the basics, basically. Just blow them out every now and then with a can of air. If you got a compressor, do that, you know. Get all the dust out of it. I know my PlayStation 3, I put an SSD. I put a 1 terabyte SSD hard drive in mine. I took out the old I think it was like a 250 or 240 gigabyte HDD drive that was in it, and I got a Western Digital Blue 1 terabyte drive. It's probably got a fair amount of hours on it now. And yeah, just do things like that, you know. They'll serve you well. Anyways, I don't know though, to be honest with you. Anyways, that was today's headlines that I sort of kind of thought was sort of kind of interesting today. Anyways, maybe everything